Hello and welcome back to our channel. You don't fail because you are lazy, you fail because you cannot stay consistent. And maybe you know this feeling already. It is 11:47 at night. Your room is quiet. Your phone is in your hand. But your mind is loud. You are thinking about your life again. You feel tired of the same days. You feel tired of yourself. So you make a plan. A big plan. You say to yourself, this time my life will change. You believe it. You feel fire in your chest. For a few minutes, you feel strong. You open your notes app. You write a new schedule. Wake up at 6 a.m. Gym at 7. English practice at 8. No phone after 10 p.m. You feel proud. You smile. You think, tomorrow I'll become disciplined. You tell yourself, I'll finally fix everything. If you want to improve your English every day, subscribe to the channel and learn with me. Because this story is for you. And we will learn English together, slowly, while we talk about your life. Let's start with a simple word. Consistent. Consistent means continuing something regularly without stopping. Like brushing your teeth every day. You do not think about it. You just do it. That is consistent. And the worst part is, you are not consistent. Not yet. So you go to sleep late, but with hope. You set 5 alarms. You put your phone far from the bed. You are ready. Morning comes. The first day is easy. You feel new. You jump out of bed. You go to the gym. You feel strong. You drink water. You open your English book. You learn 5 new words. You feel good. You post a story. You think, I am changing. Day 2 is also okay. A little harder. Your body feels sore. That word sore means your muscles hurt after exercise. But you still go. You are proud. You say, look, I can do this. Day 3 comes. You wake up, and you feel heavy. Your bed feels warm. Your brain says, just 5 more minutes. You check your phone. 1 video becomes 10 videos. 1 hour is gone. You feel bad. But you still go to the gym. You are late, but you go. You tell yourself it is fine. But nobody talks about this. Day 4 is where it breaks. You turn off the alarm. You do not even remember turning it off. You wake up at 10 a.m. You missed the gym. You feel sick in your stomach. Not sick from food. Sick from guilt. Guilt means a bad feeling when you do something wrong, or when you do not do what you promised. You feel guilty. You say, I ruined it. So you think, I'll restart Monday. And maybe this is exactly what you do every week. You start strong on Monday. You stop on Thursday. You feel bad on Friday. You waste the weekend. You promise to restart Monday. Again. And again. And again. Slowly, you stop trusting yourself. Trust means believing that someone or something is good and will not fail you. You stop trusting you because you always quit. You make a plan, and you break it. You make a promise, and you forget it. After a while, your own words mean nothing to you. That is a quiet pain. It is not loud. But it is there, every day. Let me teach you another word. Discipline. Discipline means doing something even when you don't feel motivated. Motivation is the feeling of excitement to start something. But motivation is like a match. It lights fast. It burns bright. Then it is gone. Discipline is like a small candle. It burns slow. It burns long. You need discipline more than motivation. But you are waiting for motivation. That is when the cycle becomes dangerous. You start practicing English. For 1 week, you are on fire. You watch videos. You write new words. You speak to yourself in the mirror. You feel smart. You think, I will be fluent in 3 months. Fluent means you can speak easily and naturally. But after 1 week, life happens. You are tired. Your job is hard. Your friends call you. You skip 1 day. Then 2 days. Then a week. You open your notebook, and the last date you wrote was 12 days ago. You feel shame. Shame means a painful feeling because you did something wrong. Or weak. You say, maybe I'm just not disciplined. And you close the book. You start content creation too. You want to be someone online. You want to share your ideas. You buy a ring light. You plan 10 videos. You record the first one. Your voice shakes. You hate how you look. You post it. It gets 12 views. You feel empty. You say, I need motivation again. You wait. You do not record the second video. You delete the schedule. You delete the app. You tell yourself, not now. And the worst part is, you secretly watch other people. You see them online. They post every day. They go to the gym every day. They speak English well now. And you feel jealous. Jealous means you feel sad because someone has what you want. You feel jealous, but you also feel angry at yourself. You think, why can't I be like that? What is wrong with me? You go to bed, and the guilt comes. Every night. You lie there. The room is dark. Your phone light hits your face. You scroll. You watch motivational videos. The man in the video is shouting. No excuses. Wake up. Be a beast. For 3 minutes, you feel strong again. You feel ready. You promise, tomorrow I change. But tomorrow comes, and you do not change. Because watching does not mean doing. Action means doing something, not just thinking about it. And without action, nothing changes. Let's learn a new word. Habit. Habit means something you do again and again, without thinking. Like checking your phone when you wake up. That is a habit. Like biting your nails when you are nervous. That is a habit. Your brain loves habits. Because habits are easy. They save energy. The problem is, you have habits that hurt you. And you do not have habits that help you. You stare at unfinished goals. Your notebook is full of first pages. Day 1 written 20 times. But there is no day 30. You have 5 gym memberships you never used. You have 3 English courses you never finished. You have a camera you used once. You sleep late after wasting time. You wanted to sleep at 11. It is 2 a.m. You were just watching one video. One video became 3 hours. You feel weak. You feel empty. You feel mentally tired. Mental exhaustion means your brain feels too tired to think or decide. When you are mentally exhausted, even small things feel heavy. Like answering a text. Like opening a book. Like making food. So you do nothing. And doing nothing makes you feel worse. Then you are more tired. It is a circle. A bad circle. You restart habits again and again. You know the feeling. Sunday night, you feel excited. You plan again. You write again. You believe again. You feel excited at night but lazy in morning. At night, there is no pressure. At night, the day is over. It is safe to dream. But morning is real. Morning needs action. And your body wants comfort. Comfort means feeling safe, warm, and easy. Your brain seeks comfort naturally. It does not want hard work. It wants easy. It wants phone. It wants snacks. It wants bed. So you choose comfort. Again. You compare yourself to disciplined people online. You see a girl who wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. You see a guy who learned English in 6 months. You think, they are different. They are special. But they are not special. They just learned one thing. They learned to act when they did not feel like it. But nobody talks about this. Social media shows you the result. It does not show you the boring days. It does not show you the days they wanted to quit too. Social media destroys focus. Focus means giving all your attention to one thing. But your phone gives you 100 things in 1 minute. A dance. A cat. A news story. A sad quote. A joke. Your brain gets used to fast, easy fun. Then reading a book feels slow. Then practice feels boring. Then real life feels boring. Because real life is not 15-second videos. Real life is slow. Real life needs patience. You promising to change but repeating same cycle. This hurts the most. Because every time you quit, you teach. Your brain one lesson, I do not finish things. And your brain learns fast. So next time, it is easier to quit. Because your brain says, we did this last time. We quit. We were fine. Let's quit again. Repeated quitting lowers self-confidence. Self-confidence means believing you can do things. If you quit 50 times, why would you believe yourself on time 51? You feel hopeless. Hopelessness means feeling like nothing will ever get better. You think, I tried everything. I am just not the type of person who finishes things. But that is not true. You are not a type. You are a person. And people can learn. People can change. But change is slow. And slow feels bad at first. Let's learn another word. Procrastination. Procrastination means delaying work again and again. You say, I'll do it later. But later never comes. You wait for the right mood. You wait for Monday. You wait for January 1st. You wait for motivation. But motivation disappears quickly. It is here now. It is gone in 1 hour. If you wait for motivation, you will wait forever. Why does this happen? Let's talk simple psychology. Psychology means the study of how your mind works. First, unrealistic goals create burnout. Burnout means you feel so tired and empty that you stop caring. If you say, I will study English for 4 hours a day, you will fail. Because your brain is not ready. It is too big. Too fast. You burn out. Then you quit. Small progress becomes powerful over time. But you want big change now. So you get nothing. Second, perfectionism destroys consistency. Perfectionism means you want everything to be perfect. If you cannot do the gym for 1 hour, you do 0 minutes. If you cannot study English for 1 hour, you do 0 words. You think, if it's not perfect, why do it? But 10 minutes is better than 0. 5 minutes is better than 0. Action creates momentum. Momentum means it is easier to keep going once you start. Push a heavy box. The first push is hard. After it moves, it is easier. Same with habits. Third, fear of failure causes procrastination. You are scared to try because you might fail. If you do not start, you cannot fail. So your brain chooses, do nothing. It feels safe. But it also feels sad later. Humans chase excitement more than routine. Routine means doing the same thing every day. Routine is boring. But routine is where success lives. Consistent people live in boring routine. They do the same small thing every day. And one day, they look up, and they are far. You hate yourself after quitting again. You look in the mirror. You do not like the person you see. Not because of how you look. Because of how you act. You feel self-hate. Self-hate means strong anger at yourself. You say mean things to yourself. Things you would never say to a friend. You are lazy. You are weak. You will never change. But hating yourself does not help. It makes you more tired. It makes you quit faster. You feel emotional numbness. Numbness means you feel nothing. Not happy. Not sad. Just empty. Like you are watching your life on a screen. You do not feel part of it. You want to feel something. So you eat. So you scroll. So you buy things. But the numb feeling stays. Because the problem is not outside. The problem is inside. You lack discipline. And you fear wasting life. Fear of wasting life is a heavy feeling. You are 22, or 25, or 30. You think, where did the time go? You see old photos. You were younger. You had the same goals. 3 years passed. Nothing changed. You feel silent sadness. Silent sadness means sad, but you do not talk about it. You smile at work. You laugh with friends. But at night, you feel it. You feel like your potential is dying. Potential means the good things you could do in the future. Wasting potential feels like losing a future you wanted. And maybe this is exactly what you do every week. You want to change. You really do. That desire to change is real. But desire is not enough. You need a system. A system means a small plan you can follow even on bad days. You do not need to be motivated. You need to be easy. Make it easy to start. If you want to practice English, do not say 1 hour. Say 1 sentence. 1 sentence a day. Every day. Repetition improves fluency. Fluency means speaking smooth and easy. If you say 1 sentence every day, in 30 days that is 30 sentences. Your mouth learns. Your brain learns. Speaking daily trains confidence. Even if it is just to your mirror. Even if it is just, hello, how are you? Say it. Your voice needs practice. Reading daily improves vocabulary. Vocabulary means all the words you know. Read 1 short story. Read 1 post. Look up 1 word. Write it down. Use it. Small habits create improvement. Consistency feels boring at first. Because there is no excitement. No one claps for you when you study for 10 minutes. No one sees you choose water over soda. No one sees you go to bed on time. It is quiet. It is private. It is boring. But habits become easier through repetition. Day 1 is hard. Day 10 is less hard. Day 30 is normal. Day 100 is easy. You just have to get to day 30. Most people quit at day 4. But nobody talks about this. Consistent people are not always motivated, they simply learned how to continue even on bad days. Read that again. On bad days. Everyone can act on good days. When you slept well. When you feel happy. When the sun is out. That is easy. But what do you do on bad days? When you slept 4 hours. When you feel sad. When it is raining. When you failed. That is the day that matters. Consistent people have bad days too. They do not feel like it. But they do 1 small thing. They do not do 0. If they cannot run 5 miles, they walk 5 minutes. If they cannot study for 1 hour, they read 1 page. They keep the chain. They keep the habit alive. Because once you do 0, it is easier to do 0 tomorrow. But if you do 1, you can do 2 tomorrow. And here is a quiet truth. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. If your system is, wait for motivation, you will fall. If your system is, do one small thing daily, no matter what, you will rise, slowly. So what do you do now? You stop making big plans at night. Big plans feel good, but they break you. You start making tiny plans. So tiny they feel silly. I will do 1 push-up. I will learn 1 English word. I will write 1 sentence. Why? Because you need to rebuild trust with yourself. When you say, 1 push-up, and you do it, your brain says, oh. You did what you said. Do that for 7 days. Then your brain starts to believe you again. You also stop saying, I'll restart Monday. Monday is not magic. Today is magic. Because today is the only day you have. 5 minutes is enough. Right now. Pause this video if you need. Do 1 small thing for your goal. Then come back. Consistency is more powerful than motivation. Practice English daily even for 10 minutes. And remember this, repeated failure creates hopelessness, but repeated small wins create hope. You do not need to win big. You need to not quit small. I know you feel mentally weak because you never finish anything. But you are not weak. You are untrained. Discipline is like a muscle. If you never use it, it is weak. If you use it a little every day, it gets strong. You do not go to the gym and lift 200 pounds on day 1. You start with 5 pounds. Same with your mind. Start with 5 pounds. You will still have bad days. You will still want to quit. That is human. But next time, do not do 0. Do 1. 1 page. 1 word. 1 minute. Keep the chain. Because every time you do not quit, you send a message to yourself, I am someone who continues. And one day, you will look back, and you will not recognize your life. Not because it changed in 1 night. But because you did not stop for 100 nights. So feel this moment. Feel the quiet in your room. Feel the guilt, the frustration, the laziness, the emotional exhaustion. Feel the low confidence, the self-hate, the procrastination. Feel the hopelessness, the comparison, the fear of failure. Feel the wasting potential, the emotional numbness, the lack of discipline, the mental exhaustion. Feel the fear of wasting life, the silent sadness, the desire to change. Feel it all. And then understand, you are not broken. You are human. Your brain wants comfort. Your heart wants growth. And growth is uncomfortable. Growth is boring. Growth is slow. But growth is real. So do not wait to feel ready. You will never feel ready. Do not wait for Monday. Monday will come and go. Do not chase motivation. It will leave you. Build a tiny habit. Protect it. Do it on bad days. That is how you become consistent. That is how you stop quitting. That is how you start trusting yourself again. And when you trust yourself, life gets quieter. The guilt gets softer. The mirror gets kinder. Because you know, even on a bad day, you did one thing you promised. And that is enough for today. So take a breath. It is okay that you quit before. Everyone quits. The only difference now is, you do not quit today. You do one small thing today. Then tomorrow, you do it again. That is discipline. That is habit. That is consistency. And that is how you change. Slowly. Quietly. Truly. Subscribe to the channel for more English learning and self-improvement stories.